Hello, it's Scott Manley here with episode 23 of XCOM 2, and it's Dr. Tygan's Alien Autopsy Show.
I would expect to be growing more accustomed to seeing the clear intermingling of both human and alien genetic material, I must admit, this reptilian creature with such distinctive human features is surprisingly unsettling. Invasion-era reports include references to a species with some reptilian qualities, but nothing as readily apparent as this.
I'm sure Dr. Tygan's spending a lot of time examining those bulges.
I find it unusual, to say the least, that the subject so often referred to in the past as the Thin Man has now been revealed to actually be a genetic derivative of this wholly reptilian creature.
Without the introduction of extensive human genetic material, the Viper reverts to a purely reptilian form while apparently retaining the same intellect and combat aptitude. The Viper's snake-like form is in many ways similar to the legless reptiles we commonly encounter on Earth. The enhanced torso musculature allows for upright mobility, and the addition of two physically weak but capable arms allow for the handling of traditional weaponry. So we get better battlefield medicine to deal with the snake people's venom, of course. Now we have another autopsy, the mutant autopsy.
Officer Bradford has personally substantiated claims that the massive frontline unit they call the Muton was actually at one time even larger than the specimen I have before me today. As it is, the creature is abnormally warm to the touch for a corpse, and I must say, it is quite disconcerting.
We actually stuck it in the oven beforehand and didn't tell him.
The aliens make a strong statement by fielding these massive creatures as their frontline combat units. I doubt they thought anyone would resist when faced with the alternative of staring down a Muton.
The aliens clearly spent a great deal of time and effort honing the abilities of the Muton as a frontline combat soldier. I had heard that our soldiers believed the Mutons to be part of a tribal society, at least originally, based upon their unusual battle cries and markings seen in the field. But regardless, they give us the magic to teach us how to make better grenade launchers. And plasma grenades. Gonna have to talk to Shen about getting these things deployed to the front line as soon as possible. So now, what can we research next? Storm guns, plasma lance. Ooh, the plasma lance. That's gonna be the thing which... oh wait, of course we are still in the process of researching power armor. What do I want? Do I want the sniper rifle? Or do I want powered armor? Plasma lance.
I assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander.
You know what they say, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
I don't think you'll find anyone on board this ship who feels the least bit sorry to hear the elders are dying off. If anything, morale probably got a boost once word spread outside of the senior staff. Of course, there's always a catch. They've always got a scheme. And I get the impression we're going to end up part of their cure whether we like it or not.
Well, that's certainly some nice expositionary text, but let's get back to making contact. Oh, and we get an incendiary grenade, something else to add to my arsenal. And that means that the proving ground is available to work on that plasma grenade.
I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for deployment.
Yes, I can't wait. I want to be plasmaing all my enemies. They won't know what hit them, because they'll be dead, obviously. Great. Communication from the Resistance, a new high-priority mission, interrupting my other high-priority mission. Extract VIP from Advent City. Laurent Bernard, an engineer, plus 96 intel. Operation Crimson Tier in the western US. Central, assemble our best team for this mission. Queen Bee, Torch, Cypher, Lights Out, Scratch, and Erin Ryan, who hasn't yet got a nickname because she's not as awesome as the other ones. But we will be sure to forge her a proper nickname in the fires of battle.
Recon picked up a weak distress signal coming from this area. The Resistance confirmed it's one of their codes, so we're moving in to provide an emergency extraction. We'll need to secure the area and escort the VIP to the Evac point. Stay alert for hostile contacts.
Oh hey, it's Vancouver. I wonder if Advent used that as a stand-in on their TV shows as well.
Menace 1-5, target coordinates incoming. Secure the VIP and proceed to the Evac volume for extraction.
Nice that he clarifies that it's a volume rather than an area.
Get me out of here, and I'll help you in any way I
already
can.
knows we're here, so your position isn't concealed for the extraction.
You know, I'm pretty sure Advent wouldn't have found us if that guy hadn't just blurted out about helping us. Regardless, people, you know the drill. Get to the high point, and then we'll move out from there.
On
We
my
have a
way.
pair of snipers on this team and they should be able to do more than enough damage to put down the hostiles. Okay, so we have 2 Vipers and a Codex.
Commander, that codex provides the ideal opportunity to infiltrate the Advent network. We will need to move in with the Skulljack to initiate the process.
That's possible, but on the other hand, given what happened the last time we skulljacked a target, I'm not sure I want to do that when I am on a limited turn counter. I mean, Dr. Tygan, I'm as fascinated as the next person to find out what happens, but I think this VIP may not be so interested in being around when the, when the excretia hits the rotary air-moving device. Now that may not be the best way to start, but it's going to be enough to flush them out and into the open arms of my Overwatch team. Heather James lining up and hitting the Codex hard. Queen Bee also knocking down a Viper, and she is on full-on Overwatch kill zone mode. Lining up for a second shot and out of frame, so I don't know what happened. And apparently I miscounted. We have 3 snipers as Kostya takes a shot and misses, unfortunately.
Target's still up.
That's 1 Codex down, 1 Viper down, and 1 Viper left with 2 hit points. It has its chance to make its move. Perhaps it wants revenge. Perhaps it wants to run away. Let's find out. I think it's going to go for a shot. Oh! And it hits Hendrik Van Dyke. The aliens have had their chance, and now Heather James brings forth the Lightning Hands, knocking a single point off it. But Lightning Hands gives her another shot. And there, she finishes it off, doing the business for the good guys. Now we need to keep moving, finding the hostiles and then shooting them down from the rooftop.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Once we've moved far enough ahead, we can start moving the VIP forward.
Get back out there.
Queen Bee showing that she's not just the queen, but also the mom to everyone. Obviously performing the medic duties here, cooling off Mr. Van Dyke. Our VIP is pushing forth into a secure area. We're leaving Heather on the roof for now.
Filing.
And Erin Ryan moving up.
Looks like hostiles over here.
And we found some more hostiles. She is still cloaked though, or still in concealment. We have some troopers. And that's interesting, they evaporated. They disappeared completely. But now they see us, and they're gonna move. Taking cover next to that bright red car. You know what? Hendrik Van Dyke really likes his big explosions, and he can hit them both together and possibly in the secondary explosion from that vehicle. Nice. Oh wait, that's more than nice. That's utterly fantastic. Yes, John, you do that. Move forth, see if you can find someone to shoot. Or you can do your hacker thing on that light pole. Let's see what happens. System override, and we can get precision, which will increase crit chance or squad precision. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go for regular precision because I don't want the bad guys to get the super bonuses. Yay! Okay, so he is now going to have extra crit chance for the next 2 turns.
I'm on it.
And that means it's the end of my turn. We have a single Advent commander out there. He's making a run for it, but Kostya takes a shot. Oh, hits for 6 points of damage, but that does not put it down. The aliens have had their chance, and now we are moving in again. Again, we're trying to be careful here, trying to flush out just 1 pod at a time. That commander is out there somewhere. He may have friends by now, for all I know. So far, we've only taken 3 turns and we've killed 5 enemies, so that's a pretty solid start to this. The eagle-eyed among you will also have noticed that now I have 2 exosuits, one for Hendrik Van Dyke and the other for Kostya, so that's a... Oh! Never mind my chit-chat, here comes a Codex. Running into view and getting seriously whacked hard. It's gonna clone itself, but those 2 clones will be easy to deal with, because they will basically take a single shot and then die. That's 1 there, and we have a stun lancer as well. They're practically throwing themselves at me.
-15, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position.
Okay, let's outflank this Codex first to finish it off. Fire weapon, 83% chance. Nice. That's half of a Codex down.
You see that?
Yes, I saw that. You are
here.
unreasonably excited about what you've just done. Heather James showing off her pistol skills there. That's the other half of the codex. Now we have a stun lancer to finish off. Aaron Ryan, still concealed, takes the high road and finds the other part of the hostile group. We have an Archon, 2 Vipers, and the remaining commander. Hendrik Van Dyke lives up to his nickname. He torches that vehicle that the Advent Lancer is standing on, using the new high-tech incendiary grenade. Now that stun lancer will probably burn to death in the next round, unless of course Kostya can put him out of his misery with his gun. Okay, I guess he didn't do that. Come on, let's keep pushing. Laurent Bernard, the VIP, moves forward into cover. The VIP should be pretty safe because my team is creating a diversion over on the other side of the square. And the stun lancer goes down, leaving some stuff behind as well. Now Heather James moves up into cover of the now exploded vehicle. We have the Archon and a couple of Vipers and some Overwatch opportunities. Archon dodges, unfortunately. Darn, Hendrik! You should have just explodified them with your grenades. Heather is far too exposed, so I decide to grapple her onto that rooftop nearby. That at least stops her getting outflanked. And with a little bit of application of lightning hand, she does a little bit of damage to that Archon, although it's still fighting fit. Now she gets her second pistol shot here. Another 80% hit. And 3 points. That's 7 points she's done. That's pretty good, but it will be up to the rest of the team to finish that Archon off before it gets a chance to roll with its blazing pinions. John Jasek pops out of cover and plugs another 6 points into that Archon. Unfortunately, the Queen Bee can't see the Archon, and so instead only hits that Viper for 3 points of damage. So with 4 hostiles on the ground, it's time to deploy the get out of jail free card from Erin Ryan. We'll reveal her position, but that's, well, that's something we just have to do. She's the only person able to do this. So now those hostiles will be obsessed in dealing with this holographic interloper. Oh, but that commander is doing some serious damage to the Mimic Beacon at this point. Who's gonna go next? We have... Oh, the Archon runs around and Kostya finally gets his shot. Finally putting that Archon on the ground for good. That just leaves the Vipers. The Viper skimming around here. It's gonna be shooting at a Mimic Beacon in cover. Oh! Knocked it down to only about 1 point of damage, but that's fine. It survived this turn. Doesn't matter if it gets killed now because there's no more hostiles to attack it. Ah, there, Mimic Beacon dead. But it's too late. You guys were distracted. Even better, you were all bunched up. Mr. Van Dyke has a special present for you. Something that we call the new hotness. That's how we like to deal with vermin. We kill it with fire. I hear you reptiles like warm places. Is that warm enough for you? Heather James has moved down the roof, takes an extra shot with her pistol but misses.
Roger that.
Erin Ryan, now having revealed herself, decides to move in close and finish off that commander. Yes, Dalek style. Exterminate. I'm serious, whoever did the sound design on that shotgun totally lifted the sound effect from Doctor Who. Anyway, we have dealt with the serious threats. That Viper is pretty much going to die on the next turn because the Viper is on fire, and we all know that fire doesn't mix well with, you know, living flesh. John Jasek goes on Overwatch, but really it doesn't matter because we now have Barbecued Lizard. Yeah, there are actually a surprising number of countries in which people eat lizard meat. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm pretty sure I can probably get lizard meat in San Francisco if I found the right place. That's one of the advantages of fusion cuisine and, of course, food trucks. One of these days I may try it, and I shall report on it, of course. But at this point, it is just a case of moving everyone in as quickly as possible. There are no hostiles left on the map. We have a few moves to get to the extraction point. But yeah, there was absolutely no threat stopping us, so we pretty much just dash our way across the map. Oh, notice the debris that just fell from the sky there? I mean, literally, we caused so much damage to this city that the sky is falling. Hey, you never know, maybe Vancouver is actually inside a dome. Oh, look, regardless, the VIP is inside the extraction point.
In position for evac.
Time to evac. Package is on the way home.
Firebrand, VIP is secure.
10-4.
And thanks to the magic of editing, I can just show you what happens at the end, because of course nothing interesting happens. Everyone gets in the extraction zone, and everyone performs the GTFO maneuver. Looks like we managed to make it out without anyone getting seriously injured. Aaron going home, Yu Yang going home, and John Jasek going home. I can't wait to see if Erin got her well-deserved nickname.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Yep, only one wounded, 10 turns taken, 12 enemies killed, excellent rating, and we get a VIP, an engineer. 85% shot percentage, 5.6 damage. I bet you even Tygan will be impressed by this.
I'm certainly impressed, Commander.
Told ya!
Another heroic effort in the field.
But we weren't in the field, we were in a square in the city. Scanning or field medic? I'm just gonna go for scanning, because he's an awesome hacker. Famous sunglasses. Death from above, quick draw, I think death from above. And Erin Ryan gets her promotion, becoming Iron Lady. Obviously named after Margaret Thatcher, right? Taking the Shadow Step skill, and therefore allowing her to ignore the reactions of others.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts continue to bolster the resistance movement across the globe.
Everyone's happy.
You've done a hell of a job keeping this ship together, Doctor.
It's all we've got. And I know the aliens aren't happy about losing one of their own.
Honestly, I think the aliens are less happy about the fact that we keep rejecting their friend requests on Spacebook. Unlike these guys. Hey, have you heard about Spacebook? It's like the most awesome social network for space-related things. What's really cool is that it actually translates all your posts into white space, so unless you know the code, you can't read other people's
Signal's
posts.
coming through clear.
It's like the Advent encryption, but only better.
Regional contacts located.
Yes, we're not that interested in the new contacts. We have another region we want to contact first, which has another black site for us to shut down. West Asia, can you hear me?
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
Leading the resistance is a daunting task, Commander. But your efforts so far have left many wondering if we have made the right approach. We will have to do better.
Are you kidding me? Look at resistance versus alien activity
We
there.
noticed early on that the Avenger has a tendency to dip forward when the power core is under load without the engines engaged.
I thought that was the pilot.
First I thought maybe it was a stabilizer issue. But now I'm starting to think it's all just part of the alien's grand design.
You mean?
The core itself may not be entirely stable, which would explain why the aliens went through so much trouble to isolate it in the bow.
Not entirely stable. That's exactly what I need to hear. Okay, we have a contact to make. Get in, come in. Oh, plasma grenades. Plasma grenades are gonna be dropped on the aliens. And now we get advanced explosives as an option, which will improve many of our abilities if we can get it. And that's all very interesting, but I think I should probably invest something in medicine because we're dealing with poison and things like that in the
We'll get
battlefield.
started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
Yeah, we can't wait to get that out in the field, keeping our people alive a little longer. Okay, they've accepted my friend request. Have you guys heard of Orchid? It's like the latest hotness in the social space. It's apparently some guy at Google, and you can get on there and like hang out with your friends. It's like where all the cool people are hanging out these days, right? Yeah, you totally gotta get on Orchid if you want respect.
New regional contacts located.
And that is an important one because it has another mission objective that we need to get. Anyway, hit the supplies. We want to suck them all up.
Research can only further our advances, Commander.
Further our advances. With the variety of hostile forces our soldiers are tasked with facing, it seems only logical to provide them with varying alternative means of engaging the enemy, in this case, from a much greater range. My god, Tygan, you could be a general. You mean you came up with the idea of shooting aliens from a longer range? Have you ever heard of the concept of the sniper? I know you're kind of locked up down here and the walls aren't very far away, but in a battlefield it makes all the difference. Anyway, we're back to researching our power armor,
Commander.
and we're at the end of this
contact you when I have
episode.
a full report
We'll continue the story in future episodes. Until then, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.